and welcome to the Talkin' Yanks Start over. Strike that, reverse it. Hello and welcome to the Talkin' Baseball pregame show. We've got 8 games on the slate today. We've got 4 that are potentially elimination games. 8 total games. It's incredible. It's crazy. It's fun and fabulous. My name's Jimmy. I'm coming to you from the Roosevelt Studios here in the Bronx. Sitting next to me is Jake. Trevor, coming to you from the West Coast, and producer Zach behind the dish. We just finished up the recap episode that it will be live on YouTube and on all of the podcast apps if you want to hear our thoughts on the Game 1 games from September 29th. Today we'll be looking forward. We have 8 games to do, so I would do the normal hello, how are yous, but I know how you guys are. We got a lot of shit to do. We're putting 5 minutes on the clock per game. Just going to get some quick thoughts, make some quick picks, because this is nuts. Jake, what is the first game today? We are Cron Pod. Who's up?
Smokes. Game 1. Hey, everyone. Reds, Braves, holy smokes. Bauer, Fried. Get it started in the ATL at Truist Park. My word.
One of the best pitching matchups on the slate today.
Your guy, Trev.
It's a lot of good pitching matchups on the slate. Trevor Bauer, Max Fried. I mean, this is what I'll say Jake and I have been calling for a long time. We said if the Reds sneak in, they're a problem. But you know who else is a problem? That ATL offense. Best offense in the league, going up against the worst offense in the league. But you got 2 Cy Young type of pitchers this year. So Trevor Bauer going up against the best offense in the league. Max Fried coming off sort of an ankle tweak, going up against the worst offense in the league. But they have a bunch of guys that can do it, that have done it in the postseason too. I think this is going to be an excellent game. I have the Reds to win the series. But man, when you just look at that Atlanta lineup, it scares you a little bit. They got some boppers.
Yes. And they got some guys that are really hot right now that I don't think you'd expect. I mean, Ozuna's new to the team, so you expect him to be hot. But, I mean, he's swinging a hot bat right now. Dansby Swanson had himself a good season, and he's hot in the last week or so. Acuna and Albies have been struggling down the stretch. Just statistically, I think Acuna's actually gotten a couple hits, but a lot of one-hit games. He did pop a homer 3 days ago. Acuna lit up the postseason. They lost last year, but Acuna had 6 extra base hits in 5 games last year. He enjoyed the main stage, and I think he'll enjoy it again today. I don't care that he's slumping. I think he can flip the switch. He's good enough to do that. This is, for me, I will be giddy if Bauer shoves and we get to see more of that circus and that act and that, like, bravado. I'll be giddy about that. If Bauer gets rocked and the Braves offense says, welcome to the big boys, kind of like the Yankees did to Bieber, you know, oh, nice little cute central we hit over here in the East, I will be giddy as well. So both sides have me being really happy here, and I don't know which I'm leaning is going to happen. I really don't. And I'm hoping, Jake, you can talk me into it, and you guys can talk me into it with your picks.
I've got the Braves in this series. I think the hitting is real. I think Bauer... You know, he talks about his rest and stuff a lot. He was getting ready to go on 3 days. They didn't need to do that, so they push him back to this. I think the Braves lineup is legit, and I think, you know, playoff first innings, always important. Get the lead, don't get the lead, or whatever happens. But Max Fried coming off the ankle thing, Braves want to make sure he's right because he is there. He has to be their dude this playoffs if they're going to do whatever they want to do. And Bauer, I mean, yeah, he should be the NL Cy Young. He's coming in. I just really believe in this Braves offense, and I don't think the NL Central had a Acuna, Albies, Freeman, Ozuna this year. You know, there's a lot of good players this year. The Cubbies hitters kind of struggled a little bit. The Reds didn't really hit this year. The Brewers really struggled this year. And yeah, I don't know. I think Fried's their guy. I think he's going to be fine. Trevor's report on the ankle was good. So I think I'm going Braves in this game, and I think I'd probably take the over.
All right. The over is set at 7.5. So Jake's taking Braves in the over. I'm going to take the under, Trev. I'll do that for you. But do you want to talk me into the Reds at all?
I don't know, man. Like, I hate doing this because you guys know I love Max. He's my buddy. Like, I hate picking against these guys. So.
Oh, I had one question for you.
Okay.
If Giolito texted Max Fried, high school buddy, after his performance, if Max Fried texted Lucas Giolito and said, like, fuck yeah, dude, that was awesome, and Giolito just responded with a simple all under, all lowercase, no period, no exclamation, just your turn. Does that give you any more confidence in Max Fried? Because it's pretty chills-inducing. That's the good movie scene there.
I'm sure it happened like that. I'm
And
sure
then
Max did a hell of a job.
Fried pitches well today. Jack going next. It's your turn, Flaherty.
It's a joke, man. These guys and the connection that they have. I'm rooting for all of them. But what I've seen from Bauer this year is just it's too dominant. We saw Bieber get lit up yesterday, so I guess what the fuck does that mean? But this is a very tough game for me to pick. Like I said, I have the Reds going. That was kind of my like sneaky, like these guys are going to have that postseason magical run. Like you're going to get one of those or two of those a postseason. So this is the team I have pegged to do it. But I hate saying that he's going to go up and beat Fried, but I think that's going to happen today. I think Fried's going to pitch well.
Yeah,
I think
say
Fried's
the
gonna
bullpen,
pitch well.
man. They'll get to the bullpen. Problem solved.
Especially if Max, kind of keeps the ball in the park because that's what the Reds do. That's how they score their runs. 61% of their runs scored via the home run.
Ooh.
Keep them in the ballpark.
So you're taking Atlanta?
I'm taking the Reds.
Yeah. Sorry.
This is, I think they're going to win Bauer. If they're going to make it far in the postseason, which I have them going to the CS, Bowers has to do it. So I'm sticking to that.
And over under, it's 7.5. You just blame the bullpen.
I'm going to go under.
Okay. All right. I am also taking Cincinnati. And it pains me because we have Mansplain Baseball elsewhere.
Oh, gosh, I know.
On the network. We have a Braves podcast on the network. We have Norm Shaver in the chat, who's a big supporter of ours, and he's a Braves fan. So I feel like I'm hurting some people by taking the Reds. But Bauer, what he did on short rest, what he's doing right now, I'm not going to really pick against that. Fried's coming off, 1 inning, 2 earned runs because he left with a little ankle injury. I love the Braves lineup, and they've been mashing, but I will take pitching over hitting majority of the time in the playoffs. So I'm taking Cincinnati with little confidence, but that's the way I'm leaning. Bang.
Man, I hate it. Yeah, Braves Twitter already is pissed at me. They say I don't give enough credit to the Braves throughout the season, which I didn't.
Yeah.
So I do feel like I'm going to get attacked for picking the Reds.
All right, we got a quick one here. It's a game 2. It's a possible elimination game for the Twins. Is that the next game, or am I wrong?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Trev's Twins.
All right, we have Urquidy versus Barrios. Houston's got a plan.
This is Barrios' day, Trevor. You've talked about him all year.
Talked him up all year.
He's
all year.
He should be the one on this team. Kenta took it, and deservedly so, and Kenta did his job yesterday. This is Barrios' day, man.
It's Barrios' day. It's an interesting tidbit. We found out that Buxton is out of the lineup. Alex Kiriloff making his major league debut in an elimination game in the postseason. He's the first ever player in the history of baseball to do that. Sounding like Buxton is having some trouble with the concussion symptoms that he has been experiencing. Played in game 1. Didn't see anything go awry. But he is out of the lineup. So now you're without Josh Donaldson. You're without Byron Buxton. So somebody's got to step it up. Kiriloff, man, I'm rooting for you. It's time to go. Can you imagine?
I can't.
Go win an elimination game for the Twins. Get their first victory in 17 games. Let's go.
This isn't easy. I'm taking Houston in this one. I can't see the Twins winning this. I think if the Astros get to an early lead, it's done. Berrios has started 2 postseason games. The team has lost both of them. Obviously, they've lost their last 17. Storylines are taking over analytics for me in this series. Dusty had a plan. The plan worked. The defense, the Twins collapsed. They lost in the most brutal fashion. Now they're starting a kid who's making his debut because one of the best players down the stretch is injured. It's like everything's adding up to where you just shrug and say, fucking happened again for the Twins. So I'm taking Houston, and I'm taking the under again.
Man, Kiriloff.
It's 8 in this game.
Kiriloff, make a memory, man. You want to be a hero in Minnesota for a while. Today's the day to start it off. But you know what? It still shouldn't be on him. Nelson Cruz is still there. Sano is still there. Polanco, he wants to make up for it. But it does suck. I mean, no Buxton, no Donaldson. These are elite players. And I don't know. I think Dusty and the Astros, I think their little trickster plan might have worked. I think they might only ask for 3-4 innings out of Urquidy. Then they might go to Javier, who's got some wipeout stuff.
Yeah, I think they're doing that again.
And a full bullpen. Twins, I will be rooting for you today, as a lot of the country. I'm taking Houston as well. I think I'm going to take the over.
Okay. Jake's taking the over, and Houston.
I got a little correction that you're going to love.
Okay.
Yes.
I saw on Twitter, they put out that he was the first player to ever make his debut in a postseason game. That is incorrect. And you're going to love it, Jake.
Yes.
Terrence Gore,
Alberto
no?
Mondesi.
Not correct. Bug Holiday started a World Series game for Chicago.
And
How'd he do? How did Bug
age
do?
18 in 1885. He then commenced a 10-year career with Cincinnati 4 years after the fact.
And I'm on the Twins now.
You want me to change in the sheet?
No.
Okay. I mean, Bug Holiday. Jeez.
Bug Holiday.
Birth name James. Obviously.
Oh, this Jimmy, what you're talking about, he's starting in a postseason game. I think you might have that for Terrence Gore. He came in.
That makes sense.
So I am picking the Twins. I've been talking up Berrios this whole year. I think he's an ace. I think he can pitch like an ace. He's going to have to pitch like an ace today. I do think the bats wake up for the Twins.
Yeah, they haven't scored 4 runs in 16 years. They haven't scored more than 4 runs in a playoff game since 2004, I think it was.
I'm going to take the Twins in the over today, and I think the Twins are going to win, and I think it's going to be comfortable.
Oh,
and I'm hoping Byron Buxton will be able to come back tomorrow.
I love that.
I wouldn't mind being wrong in this one because I want game 3s in every series besides the Yankees one. I just want more baseball and double elimination games. But everything in my brain's adding up that the Twins just shrug again and be like, why us?
Big at-bats, Polanco and Kiriloff today. Those can change momentum.
Yeah. All right, next up, Chicago Cubs versus Miami Marlins. It's Hendricks, right?
It is Hendricks versus Alcantara. And we just saw Alcantara.
Alcantara's good.
Yeah.
A lot of people, I talked to some people that thought it should have been Sixto or Pablo in game 1 or 2, but Alcantara's been very good. He hasn't given up more than 3 runs since in his last 5 starts. He's also gone 6 innings plus in his last 5 starts. He's hit 100 a lot of times. So it's his game, I think, in game 1. Alcantara, he is going against Kyle Hendricks. I do love Kyle Hendricks. Also, Kyle Hendricks isn't a power pitcher. He's a smart pitcher. And this Marlins team chase rate, I believe, was top 5. Maybe, I think, if I remember correctly, second highest chase rate out of any team. So if the professor has his stuff and is putting the ball exactly where he wants to put the ball, I think we can see him do some really fun stuff. He's got a 2.98 postseason ERA, and I think, in 2015, he's got 2 games that kind of raise that. It lowers to 2.53 from 2016 on. He's really good. I'm not going to bet against Kyle Hendricks. I'm going to take the Cubs in this game, and I do love that they went Hendricks first, Darvish set too, because they can do that. I think Trev disappeared on us for a second. I like the storyline of the Marlins. I think they can, if they do, or if Donnie Baseball has them out there hitting, running, bunting, doing small ball shit, that's fun. But I just like Kyle Hendricks versus undisciplined team.
Yeah, Hendricks is the story here. He's got a 2.88 ERA on the season. Lifetime in the playoffs, he has a 2.98 ERA. He's pitched in a lot of big games. Love Hendricks today. I will say this, Cubs get some runs early. I do think they're going to. I think that playoff experience kicks in. We'll see what Alcantara looks like. Wouldn't be surprised if they kind of pull a Yankees, put a 2-spot up early. Hendricks holds on. I will say this. You don't want the Marlins in a close game because they run, they field, they can make things chaotic. So Cubs look to stretch it out. I believe in Hendricks. I don't really believe in that bullpen still. Give me Hendricks being good. I like that a lot.
Trev's gone. The over-under is 8, Jake. I'm taking the under. I envision this as like a 4-0, 5-1 win for the Cubs. I have Hendricks pitching really well.
Yeah. No, this seems like the low-scoring game. I almost, because of that, want to take the over just because of the rule of betting and opposites. And, like, if the wind's blowing out at Wrigley today, that could feel like one of those things that's pretty funny. Fully believe in Hendricks. Saw Alcantara be pretty good against our Yanks. So, yeah, give me the under. No reason to not believe in Kyle Hendricks today.
Mm-hmm. Should we wait for Trev? Is he coming back, Zach?
Hendricks and the Cubs.
I sent him a new link. Should be coming
I
back
didn't
soon.
emphasize that enough.
Yeah, I also like what am I trying to find here? I like Hap and why am I blanking? Hayward. I like Hap and Hayward kind of showing the public like, hey, Javi and Chris have been, it's us this year. It's us. Pay attention to us.
I kind of like the opposite.
Yeah,
I like the other guys.
You like the other
in.
guys being like, shut up, Hap.
Hey,
shut up.
Nice Hap.
Yeah, okay. Good regular season.
I'm Rizzo.
All right.
Let's move on. Trev will catch us up.
Okay. So we're both taking the Cubs there, and we're both taking the under. We're on the same thing. All right. The next game.
White Sox in the A's. Dallas, Kykel versus Chris Bassett. A's back against the wall in the Coliseum. Giolito dropped some major D yesterday, and I wouldn't bet against Kykel to not do the same. Another guy with a nice playoff resume. Oh, yeah, and a 1.99 ERA this year. The A's, we're talking about, we kind of enjoy teams throwing their best guy game two. Chris Bassett was technically the A's best guy this year. He's a righty, which is very important in this series as White Sox improved to 15-0 versus lefties. Nerves on the line for the A's. This is your season. You're in the Coliseum. You need to see something go right. Kykel is your guy, John.
Yeah, I'm on the White Sox. Ooh, is that Trev? All right, we'll pause this. Trev's coming back. There he is. What's up, Trev?
Yeah.
So I don't know if you heard any of our Cubs talk. We need your Cubs Marlins thoughts and picks. Jake and I are both on the Cubs because we love Hendricks. Miami chases a ton, and Hendricks is a professor out there. And we're both on the under because we really believe in Hendricks, and Alcantara is good as well, and Cubs offense hasn't been on fire.
Pick them fish.
I can't pick the fish. I've been against the fish all year long. But
Fish
they've been
with
proving
arms.
me wrong.
Fish with
The
arms.
fish have arms for sure. Sandy's a hell of a pitcher. Dare I say this game goes with how friend of the pod Ian Happ goes? Like, does he have a big hit today that puts the Cubs up? I just think the lineup is a little too strong with the Cubs. I will also be taking the Cubs.
All right.
And I will take the under as well. I think
Bang.
that's the right way to go.
So Marlins in the over if you're betting at home.
Ooh.
Yeah, most likely. Yeah.
The Cubs are the favorite. Whatever. Have we taken all favorites? No. I think I've taken The Reds aren't the favorite, and the Astros are not the favorite. The Cubs are. The Cubs are the only away favorite thus far. Or no. No. We have all home favorites. Is it just all home favorites? So far, we've got all home favorites.
All of the home teams are favorites.
And then this game, Trev, Oakland versus the White Sox. Oakland is the favorite. The line is the over-under is 7.5, so that's back down. We got Kykel. Jake gave his thoughts a little bit, but they ended up. Keuchel's my dude right now. I think he gets looked away a lot. I'd love it to go Game 3 again because I want Game 3. The A's kind of showed us nothing yesterday, and the White Sox showed us a lot of what they show us. They're swaggy. They're confident. They believe in themselves. They talk shit. They back it up. The A's have been rather quiet since the Astros stuff early on. And I don't know. You have Bassett going. Is he making his first postseason start? Got to be, right? No?
I don't know. I can get that pretty quickly.
Okay.
I mean, I'd assume he's pitched in the postseason. I'm not sure if he's gotten a start. Let's see.
No postseason.
Yeah, I was going to say, he has been hurt for a while. He's back
It's his
this
first
year.
postseason. It's a
First postseason.
elimination game. I'd love Bassett to shove and to be amazing, but I am taking the White Sox and the over in this game.
I like the White Sox too. I agree with you, Jim. I just think the energy's there for them, and they play with this ferocity.
Mm-hmm.
And the A's will get that every once in a while. And if the A's jump out to a lead, they have the bullpen to stop any offense. And Bassett's been really good. But all that being said, I'm also taking the White Sox. I think they're going to make a two-game sweep, make quick work of the A's, who, like the Twins, have lost, one of their best players. Their starting third baseman, Matt Chapman's not there. I think he's a big part of when they're really good. They have Chapman and Simeon and Olsen all playing together. They don't have Chapman right now. Jake Lamb has been pretty good for them, but I just don't see it. So I'm taking the White Sox.
Fun fact in the chat, Bassett and Simeon were both drafted by the White Sox, traded for Samardzija. How about that? I'm going with Oakland. I think they're too good to go out like this. Their whole season was built around, again, another team that got screwed over by the Astros in the past. They want to turn it on, the Laureano fight. They are missing Chapman. And, hey, maybe that was too much, and they roll over and die. I think Anderson's words might come back to bite him, where he said, hey, you guys don't have the scouting report? Don't pitch a lefty. Okay, we're not. Here's Bassett.
Yeah.
So I think the A's are too good of a team to go down like this. And, again, something we haven't referenced yet, which we said we're going to back against the wall. Bassett's going to have a short leash.
I like your pick here, Jake. You're kind of swaying my mind a little bit. Kind of swaying me.
Horny.
But the A's offense, Giolito was awesome, but they were kind of not. The A's
Giolito's gone.
I know, but I love Kykel.
Yeah.
It's Bassett is one of those guys you got to see him to be successful against him. They haven't seen him. So this is going to be, the White Sox aren't just going to come and score a bunch of runs, I don't think. But I do think, also like you're saying, James, Kykel is up for the challenge as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm taking the under. I'll take the White Sox in the under.
A's in the under.
All right. We each are on 3 unders and 1 over so far. How about that? Playoff baseball. Next up, now this is another Game 2, Tampa Bay Rays versus Toronto, and I've taken all the Game 1 winners to win Game 2, so part of me thinks I just have to fade myself and take the Jays here. I am going to talk myself into it. Ryu's been really, really good. The Jays, I don't think they're too upset with how the game went yesterday, where I think the A's are. I think the Jays are like, whatever. We knew we weren't going to sweep them. We got our guy on the bump today in Ryu. Glasnow, so good. I've seen Glasnow pitch in big games and overexert himself and over-energize himself. Haven't seen it in a while. But I have seen him get too amped up where he can't find the zone and he's just breathing a little heavy, and he just looks like, oh, dude, you need to chill a little bit. Maybe we see that. Again, I'm talking myself into the Jays because I don't want to pick all of the favorites and all the Game 1 winners. So this is my fading myself here. I don't think I'll get this, but I will brag about it if I do. Ryu and the Jays, Alejandro Kirk.
There it is. Bang. As much as I want to do that, Jim, I can't. I'm a Glass guy. I think his last postseason start, if we remember, was the tipping affair against Oakland. So I think this could be some playoff redemption for him. And the Rays have some guys that kill lefties. We're probably going to see Brasso today or Rosarena again. And the Jays put all their eggs in this Ryu Game 2 basket. And I think if that gets hit, and I think the Rays might hit Ryu pretty good today, I think that could take the wind out of their sails. And I think we're just going to be sitting here tomorrow like, the Rays did it.
Yeah.
Jays, again, I'm rooting for you, Big Daddy, but Glass, Rays versus lefties.
Ryu faced the Blue Jays recently. I think he went 5 innings pitched, 1 earned run. And then I'm trying to see if anyone hits Glass now. Rowdy Tellez has 2 home runs off of Glass now. Is Rowdy even playing?
He pinched hit yesterday. He better be, yeah.
He's got 2 home runs versus Glass now, and then Grichuk, that fuck, has 2 home runs versus Glass now. So he's got 2 hits, both home runs. Trev.
I'm taking the Rays to finish them off.
Smart pick.
You forgot about Yandy Diaz. Here's the thing: he hasn't played August 31st.
Yeah, but he's bangs in the wild card games.
He's the lefty masher. That's what Kevin Cash has him on the roster for. We'll see if he plays that. I don't know if the lineup is out yet. I don't think it is, but I just think this is Glasnow's game. I hope the Baby Jays put up some fight, but I think what we're going to end up saying about this postseason with the Jays is, look, this was their first taste. Like, they'll be back. I think there's going to be a long line of postseason runs for them, but they just kind of run into a buzzsaw this year. You guys know I have the Rays winning the World Series. I'm taking them in this game.
All right.
Everything's
7.
going their way.
It's the lowest line of the day. It's only 7. I'm taking the under still. Trev, Jake, you guys over under, did you say?
I'm going to take the over in this game.
I'm going over as well.
Okay.
I think it's going to be like a backdoor over. Rays score some late to get it over.
So it's a low line. It's only 7.
Rays have 5 players with 992 or up OPS versus lefties.
But they ain't seen this lefty. They only got 3 hits off him last time.
It's a good lefty.
It's a good lefty.
Yeah, Glasnow has not pitched against the Jays this season, which is interesting.
Yeah. All right. The next game, we got 2 Saints going up against each other. St. Louis versus Saint Dad. That's what San Diego is, huh? Saint Dad, Saint Father, Saint Father. Interesting.
Okay.
Kim versus Paddock.
The Saint
Cardinals, Padres. The line is 8.5.
Saint Diego, but whatever.
I know, but Saint Diego Father, a very weird name.
Holy smokes! The over/under is 8.5 in this game, so they believe in the Padres are going to hit today, or maybe they don't believe in Paddock. This is an interesting one. I think there's a lot of us that believes in just like the Cardinals organization. The Cardinals are going to Cardinals. They're a team that's been there a lot. The Padres haven't. They're the new sexiest team in baseball, and that's obvious. They have run into some stuff recently. No Clev, no Lamet, question mark. I don't know. I think Jimmy and I have kind of roped ourselves into the Cardinals, I believe. I don't want to fully loop you in. But
for the series, I don't know about this. I do like the storyline of Kim being everyone, like the whole nation being like, who's this first pitcher for the Cardinals? And then they get told his stats, and I'm like, what? Because Kwang Hyun Kim has had himself a hell of a season. I mean, he finishes with a 1.62 ERA in 8 games, 7 games started. And I believe like his ERA, like in games started, is even lower. 1.42 ERA in games started. It's his first big test, but no one's seen him. I like that. Like, there's not even a lot of scouting they can do on Kim. They haven't seen him in past years. They haven't seen him. So I think that's an awesome storyline if he shoves. Paddock, on the other hand, been good, but again, was he supposed to start this game? The injuries that Jake mentioned.
At the beginning of the season, this was your guy.
Yeah.
You envisioned it the first game of the playoffs.
Yeah, he's coming off a bad outing against the Giants in his last outing, gave up 5 earned runs. Against Oakland, he gave up 4 earned runs. Good outing versus Seattle. I don't know. I think I'm talking myself into the Cardinals on this one.
I'm going to take the Padres. I just believe in their offense more. I think the Cardinals have struggled to have a consistent offense. I don't know where they rank. I can't imagine it's very good where their offense ranks.
The Padres?
Cardinals.
No, the Cardinals.
Oh, well, the Padres are very inconsistent offense. They're the number 1 home run reliable team and individual slump team is what I read, something like that. Like, they take turns carrying it. Like, when Tatis was bad, he was really bad. When Machado was slumping, he was really chumping. And there's always been someone hitting home runs.
That's how it goes. I mean, you're always going to have
But they're the most home run reliable team.
Could be good.
I
and
don't
bad.
think
Could be good and bad, yeah.
I mean, look, I love Jack, and this is not a knock on him whatsoever, but I just don't think the starting pitching takes over this series like I thought maybe, or I think in other series. I think we're going to see some runs scored, and I just think that the Padres have the lineup to, if you're going to go to war like that, they have more ammunition. So I'm going to take them.
Okay. Jake, you're taking Cardinals?
I'm going Cardinals. I think Kim's got some funk to him. They haven't seen him. Paddock hasn't had his A stuff this year. And I think it's just going to be kind of, we've talked about a lot of teams getting punched in the mouth, that the Padres are going to be sitting there like, hey, we were the team of baseball. We almost took the Dodgers, and now we're sitting here having an elimination game tomorrow. And Kim, you might have some piggyback options if he's only looking like he's got 3 or 4. I mean, they've still got Hudson in the chamber too, I believe. So I'm interested.
Hudson's out.
He's out. Okay, so
He had
maybe no
elbow surgery,
Hudson.
so
that's
not.
well, left-handed. Trevor, read a book. So I don't know. I'm just saying the Cardinals. I like their pitching. They got dudes. And I don't know. I think we might be sitting here saying like, wow, the Padres. Story of baseball to now sitting with their life on the line. So give me St. Louis and the under.
I'm taking the under as well. It's a high score, and I believe in Kim. The Padres lineup is really good. I can see them coming out and banging and putting up runs. Someone in the chat said Padres have Hosmer, Machado, Tatis, and all the Cardinals have is Goldschmidt, and I agree with you. But what the Cardinals have is they just fucking find ways to win sometimes. So whatever. I'm taking the Cards and the under. Jake, we're on the same thing here.
If the Padres do it, give me some Hosmer, give me some Machado, give me the guys that have been there.
That's who I think is gonna lead this team, is the guys that are experienced, that've been there, and like whoever said that in the chat, I think they're absolutely correct. I mean, I'm looking at the stats now. It says second to last in the NL with a 370 slugging percentage and 11th with a 234 average. I mean, they just really haven't hit the ball.
This is my least confident game of the day. I will say that. Like, the Padres could rake and be the Padres, and I'd be like, yep, that's on me.
Fernando Tatis struggled at the end of the year. Then he called his dad. And his dad's like, listen to me, son. I've watched you swing your entire life. This is what you need to be doing. Hits 2 home runs in his final 3 games.
He was overstriding, Tread. He was overstriding. He's putting too much weight.
That happens a lot.
So,
telling me.
I was trying to tell him a lot, but he apparently only listens to his dad.
How about JOMBOY's Yanks versus Trevor's Indians tonight? Holy smokes.
Yeah. Tanaka versus Carrasco. Cookie's got some experience. He started 2 playoff games. Tanaka's got a lot of playoff experience. I think 50 innings pitched with what is it?
8 starts.
8 starts. Playoff Tanaka is a thing. Much like the Twins, when I always say until they do it, they will not. Until Tanaka disappoints me, I will put my faith in playoff Tanaka. It's one of my favorite players, endeared to me. As I said yesterday, and I will say for all Yankees games, I would rather pick the Yankees and be wrong than go against them and be correct. So don't put any stock into it. I'm taking the Yankees no matter what. I'm not going to sit here like Mark Teixeira trying to impress everyone by going against the grain, acting all wise and smart. Dumb pick, Mark.
Mark Teixeira can beat it.
Yeah, I'm taking Yanks. I'm taking Yanks and the under. No. Ooh, it's 8. I'm taking Yanks in the under.
This might
I'm taking
be
Yanks in the over. But fuck it.
Tanaka's last ever start with the Yankees. And I'm envisioning it being his last start. I am taking the Indians. I have him winning the series. Am I confident in this pick right now? No, but I got to stick to my guns. Cookie Carrasco, similar to Tanaka, kind of, been there, done that in the playoffs. Maybe not as much as Tanaka has done, but I don't think he's going to be overwhelmed by the moment. He's gone through a lot in his life. I think he's going to go have fun with it. The thing is, Indians just got to show up and bang. They got that top of lineup has to show up, and they have to get a lead early.
Yeah.
If they don't have a lead early, the game the Yankees can play is we're going to score runs with our lineup, and you need to get out in front of us.
Yeah, I don't think
if you're waiting to beat the Yankees late in games with your bats, it's not going to happen.
I don't think that Tanaka is going to go deep into this game, even if he's cruising. They just have Chad, Britton, and Chapman ready, and Tanaka has come out of games this season at 80 pitches, only 5 innings, and said, I ran out of gas. And playoff Tanaka is very hyper-focused, very intense. We've seen him have bad stuff in the playoffs, but he grinds it out. It finds a way to limit it. So I do think like the Yankees pen is going to come into play here. So I'm taking the under. I took the over because I think the Yanks are going to bang. I'm just making fake confidence.
I think I'm going to flip you to the under again, Jim, because I do have the Yanks in this game. I'm wearing the jersey.
Indians are going to throw the kitchen sink.
Indians, yeah, they're back against the wall. I mean, you're going to see Karen Chack today. You're going to see Brad Hand. You're going to see everyone.
I changed it.
Because they have to win this game. And, yeah, playoff Tanaka, 46 innings pitched, a 1.76 ERA.
That's good.
I think it's going to be low scoring. Or the Yanks do go nuts again, and everyone's like, these Yankees are back.
It is a rematch of Game 3, Yankees versus Cleveland. When Cleveland was up 2-0, it was Tanaka versus Cookie Carrasco, and they both dealt 0-0 until Bird hit a home run off Miller. So Jake's on the under in the Yanks. I'm on the under in the Yanks. Trev, did you take the over or the under?
I'm going to take the Indians in the over because they're going to have to score runs to win this game. That is a definite statement there. They have to score runs if they want to win.
8. What did you take in the Padres Cardinals? I didn't type it down.
I took the Padres.
And
what
it's
did I
8.5.
over? Yeah, the over. Yeah, the over. The over.
All right, it's 8.5. Okay. Last game of the day, if I'm awake for this, we'll be recording actually doing it, is the Brewers versus the Dodgers. Oh, what a matchup. You got Buehler going for the Dodgers and Brent Sutter going through for the Brewers, but it's a bullpen day.
Ugly it up, Milwaukee. I love it.
Brent Sutter has only he hasn't thrown 60 pitches in his last 4 outings. He's not going to be long for this game. I think if they can get 3 innings out of him, they're very happy. I don't really know their plan.
Ugly
so the Brewers have Suter going. Corbin Burns got hurt on Saturday, so he's out this entire series.
Yeah, it sucks.
And then Woodruff will go for them tomorrow. It'll keep him on his regular rest. And yeah, this is going to be Council just mixing and matching, piecing together a game.
How many pitchers did they bring?
It's really tough to do against the Dodgers, man.
Show me how many pitchers the Brewers brought for this
series. Maybe it's really dumb. Maybe it's hot take Jake coming out. I like the Brewers getting ugly in this game. Walker Buehler hasn't been Walker Buehler this year. His last start was good, but I think it was only like 60 pitches. So Walker's probably going to have 75 in the chamber, which, hey, he can give you a really nice 5 with that. I don't know. I think the Brewers are playing with house money. We're talking about these teams over-managing or pressing the right buttons. Milwaukee finds a way to press the right buttons. If they can somehow get a lead to Peralta, to Williams and Hader, I think you might see some nervous at-bats from the Dodgers. And again, kind of that situation where, like, we were easily the best team in baseball. Why the hell are we in a 3-game wild card? And I just think their season on the line with Kershaw is the storyline that I would love to see. And I think Clayton would come back and drop some dick on him. I'm going with the big upset of this playoff so far. The Brewers take game 1. They bullpen, they get ugly. And how about Yelly coming home to Cali and maybe making a memory? So I'm going, this is my big upset today.
I mean, there are 3 big hitters in Brewers land. You got Braun, you got Yelich, you got Hira. They're all LA people.
Yeah.
Vogelback.
Coming home. Vogelback, don't know where he's from.
Guarantee
Not,
it's Chicago.
Not LA.
Yeah, it sounds like
He's
maybe the Midwest.
A Vogelback.
Let's find out.
I
where he's
would
from.
love them to show up today and them ride those 3 guys to a victory. I have
Florida.
the Dodgers going to the World Series, so it's very hard for me to pick the Brewers. But gosh, I would love to see it. We talked about them too. We said Reds, Brewers. Don't let them sneak into the playoffs. They figure stuff out. But with Burns getting hurt as well, like they're gonna have to hit. And they're going to have to hit a lot because the Dodgers can play that game as well. So, I mean, I'm going to take the Dodgers today. Dodgers in the over.
Yeah. Walker Buehler's last 4 postseason starts, 0.74 ERA, 2 earned runs over 24 innings pitched. His first 2 starts back in 2018 when he was like a rookie, really young, were poor. I'm not going to bet against the Dodgers offense and Walker Buehler. I love that you're banking on the tricky stuff, Jake, and them just getting ugly. I really want to see the Brewers. I really want to see the Brewers roster. It's not out yet. I want to see how many pitchers they bring. The normal is 12. You can bring 13. They may be bringing like 14 pitchers, and then I'd actually be a little worried. Like, oh, Brewers are going to get ugly.
I think they're going to get ugly, man, and I think. Again, I wouldn't bet against Walker Buehler, and I don't think I am. But he's 65 pitches last start. I think, he's probably got 75, 80 capped.
But the Dodgers they like their middle bullpen more than they ever have.
They do, but you like your middle bullpen until it goes in a playoff series and you're in a 1-1 game with Milwaukee, and they've got
Nobody
Devin
in
Williams.
LA wants that bullpen in
Yeah.
there whatsoever.
That's-
They're terrified of the bullpen. What I do think is going to happen in these playoffs, it's if Mookie Betts isn't already on your radar, a household name, I think he's going to be a household name after these playoffs. I think he's going to be incredible in Dodger blue.
Last Jakey tidbit, Orlando Arcia against the Dodgers, 7 games in 2018. 360 batting average and 985 OPS. Watch out. There's guys. There's guys on a playoff field.
When was that from?
That was from 2018, 7 games with the Dodgers, the NLCS. There's certain guys in a playoff series. If Arcia comes up with 2 runners on base and the Dodgers bullpen is in, you don't think every Dodgers fan is going to be sitting there going, oh, shit.
I also look, I want to play devil's advocate to myself because I just imagine Yelly and Ryan going back to Malibu, getting a smell of the Pacific and just getting rejuvenated, almost like it's, that's all they needed. They were out in Milwaukee. It's not the same, man. They're on Lake Erie, I believe, whatever that lake is out there. But you get the Pacific, that mist on your skin. We might see him show up. And what if those guys go off today and they both go 4 for 4 with 2 dingers?
Yeah, 8 from
That's
8
what's going to have to happen, but I don't know about that.
Hey, what's their plan with Gonsolin?
Catterday.
Is he going to be long relief? Is he going to go to the bullpen?
I'd assume he's in the bullpen. I'd assume it's Walker, Kershaw, May, right?
That's what I'd assume.
Yeah.
I mean, because that's a nice piggyback if they need it at some point.
Dude, they have so much pitching they don't know what to do do with it. It's ridiculous.
I know, because they got Bruce Starr, they got Trinan, they got
Trinan.
Kelly, they got a lot of guys.
I'll tell you this: Kenley
Brewers in the under.
Jansen with a 1-run lead. Every single person in LA biting their nails, don't want
Well,
that.
I'm interested to see because we saw Roberts kind of shy away from him in 2019 because he was poor in 2018. So I'm interested to see how Roberts. You know what? I'll watch Dave Roberts moves because I think he's a bad postseason manager. So I'll just check that out.
He's another one of those guys that you got the team. I could manage that team right now, sitting here.
And I mean, I think they say that the Dodgers were the first team to literally have nerds at a computer right on the outset of the dugout telling Roberts the decisions. The Yankees are rumored to have that as well, but the Dodgers, I think it's been well reported, they were the first team to really have that. So who knows if Roberts makes the decisions, but whatever, the decisions have been poor for the Dodgers.
He doesn't.
Yeah, no way. All right. I mean, that's all the games. That's the pregame show.
Homer draft going away?
Oh, Homer draft.
It's the Homer draft.
No one got on the board yesterday.
Tough. Playoff baseball.
It's going to be, I mean, how many home runs were hit yesterday?
Couple.
Not a lot. There's only 4 games, so I want to say there's 3.
There was a few in the Yankees game.
Yankees.
Oh,
hit
yeah,
a
they
lot.
did hit a lot, didn't they?
Yankees
I was
had
thinking
3.
they didn't.
And Judge and Stanton would have been good picks. And
Gardy, Judge, Stanton,
Glaber.
Jose Abreu.
Angle.
Oh, those are a lot. Why was I saying 3? It's
Angle.
ridiculous.
Manny Margot. I was all over that.
You were all over it.
Who you got? You boys have the honors.
I am taking Ryan Braun because it could be his last 2 games
I love it.
ever in Major League Baseball, and I know he's ultra motivated right now, and I'm gonna pick him, and I'm gonna tell him I picked you, so go freaking hit a home run for me, buddy. I think Yelich is also a good pick if you guys want him. I just feel like
If I'm taking something from that late game, it's Mookie. But I don't know if I want to take the late game. I got to really look at this. This is hard. I mean, we have a lot of games. It's easier when you have fewer games to pick from, actually.
Cincy game has already started, by the way.
I'm gonna take your Springer pick today, Jim. Give me Springer against Berrios. Sorry, Trev.
Yeah, who's the pitcher I have the least faith in here? Give me Abreu again.
I like it.
Taking Abreu again.
Abreu, what do you got, Jake?
I'm going with George Springer.
Springer, and I got Bronny.
Yeah, I wanted Mookie, so if you
Can I
homers, I'd be
double?
upset.
We have doubles.
No.
No doubles for postseason.
All right.
You want
Love
to do
your
doubles on
Braun
the 8-game
confidence.
set? You have a second?
Love your Braun. You want a double?
I'll go Mookie with my double if we're doing doubles real quick.
Oh, for doing 2.
It's 8 games. Why not? Who you taking? Braun and who, Trev?
Bronny Yelly.
Okay.
Aaron Judge. He homers in every wild card game he plays.
It's a great pick. That's a really good pick.
Yelly. You're disgusting. I love it.
I'm a sicko. I ride for my friends.
You
That's-
ride-
guys
you
will
ride
never
or
know
die.
that. You guys will never know that.
Not
Ride or
Freed
die.
or Tommy Milwan.
Ever
or-
Tommy.
Let me just tell you this. Tommy Milwan's wife reached out to me and said how thankful she was that we gave Tommy some shout outs.
Yeah.
So I do ride for my boys. Thank
All
you
right.
very much.
I love it. Thank you guys for paying attention
Wait.
to us.
Do you have a prop bet? Do you want to hear the results of yesterday's prop bet?
What is,
Oh my
I
God.
forget what yesterday's
Yeah.
was. I'd love to hear the results, and I can make one real quick.
Okay. Yesterday's was Central runs versus East runs.
Yes.
East had 13, Central had 8. And
Good job by the Yankees.
Jimmy and Jake had it.
Yeah,
the
and
East.
that's obvious. So.
We'll do a classic
Yankees.
We'll do a classic Kuiper here.
Kuiper.
And we will do Glass now versus the Rays against Walker Buehler versus the Brewers. Well, yeah, fine. Neither pitcher really goes deep.
Yeah.
What is
Kuiper.
the Glass now?
Glass now versus Buehler. Kuiper's
Glass now.
Give me Glass. Ride or die.
fine.
With the
I'll take Walker Moxie Buehler.
Moxie season.
Friend of the pod.
Friend of the pod. I'm not going against him. We spelled his name wrong when he came on the show. It was the first thing he ever said to us.
Yeah.
So he may hate us.
He hates you guys.
Oh yeah, sure.
Well, he actually hates Jake. He says you're okay, Jim.
Awesome.
Loves Zach.
Great.
It's good
Big
to make
Zach.
people feel.
All right. See you guys. Thank you very much for hanging out with us. Go enjoy baseball. 8 games. Put them on. Have fun. Check it out. See you later. Goodbye.